Okay, so I was in one 7-month relationship with a narcissist that made me do 2 years worth of research on narcissistic relationships, on the dynamic, on the cycle and whatnot, etc. So I know a little bit about, and I'm a fucking psychologist, right? So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about when I come to Beyonce's internet and talk about the situation. It's not my business, but these people have, well, not these people. Actually, yeah, these people have made it our business. Let's be so for real. So DDG is upset that Hallie doesn't let him see his son whenever he wants to. Let's flash back to, my perception of time is really bad. Let's flash back to the past when everybody was warning Hallie, like, after the Ruby Rose thing. There was some Ruby Rose argument where Ruby Rose came forward with some receipts and she was like, and Hallie got on Instagram and she's like, she got on Twitter and she was like, don't believe everything you read. And like on some like, I know what I'm doing type shit. Okay, cool, right? So that's when the internet fell out of love with DDG and Hallie. That, in my opinion, from what I remember. So I was never a fan of that couple after that, and I wanted better for her because I bought into the good girl, marketable to kids, Disney princess type image. I bought into that. And I just think it's so crazy because like somebody will be petite and have like a sweet, soft-spoken voice, and you'll just assume or like assign the halo effect. You'll literally assign the halo effect to them because they're petite and they smile a lot and they're pretty and they're soft-spoken. So you just think they're a fucking angel, right? So, I was starting to, understand their relationship dynamic a little bit more. Like, Hallie's from Atlanta. They're both like, off screen, they're both probably totally different. So I was like, okay, cool. This man is so good at making Hallie seem like she's like a lunatic, making her seem like she's unreasonable and she's not this and not that. And at the same time, he will be the first person to come online and be like, hey guys, like my baby mom is struggling with postpartum. Can we knock it off? After the Kai Cenat stream where Hallie was like, hey, I'm out of the country struggling with postpartum and I did not consent to my child being on this fucking stream. And the internet kind of turned on her and they were like, big whoop, your baby dad has his baby or some shit like that, right? So now that the shoe is on the other foot and it's, I can't see my baby when I want to. I drove 3 hours to her house to hang out with my baby in her house. I can't, I'm going to do a smear campaign online. Sir, I'm so sorry. Weren't you the main one trying to get people to lay out? Like, why are you bringing this to the internet when you know Hallie's struggling with postpartum? So when it wasn't something that you controlled, when it wasn't a smear that you controlled, it was, hey guys, lay off my baby mom, blah, 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 which in my opinion was just something he did to protect his image. Hey, like, I'm the reasonable dad, I'm the good person, I'm the woo, whatever. I feel like behind the scenes, he probably assumed or thought that him and Hallie would be able to get back together, and that has not turned out to be the case. So now that he doesn't get access to her apartment or her house, and he doesn't care who she fucks, doesn't care who she's seeing, he just wants his son when he wants his son. I'm so sorry, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. It does not work that way. You do not live at her house. That is her house. Those are her boundaries. You want your son, you schedule a goddamn appointment. That is how co-parenting works. It's not, well, I woke up on a random Thursday morning and I thought to myself, I'd like to see my sick son. It's not like I was taking him out anywhere. I'm gonna go fucking see him. And you just hop in your car, drive your little 3 hours, get to her house, knock on the door, and expect to be let in and expect to stay? What? You have to learn how to navigate co-parenting. And that's why it's giving narcissism, because that entitlement to me is so fucking wild. That entitlement is crazy. Imagine going to someone's house. You don't know what the fuck they have going on. Because they say they're sick, the baby's sick. They could be asleep, they could be anything. You don't call, you don't schedule a hangout with your baby mom and the baby. I'm sorry. You're telling on yourself. You're showing your hand. You're telling yourself. It's giving narcissist. He wants to be able to go in her house at any time that he would like, see who's in there around his baby, see what man she got in there. Okay, that's why he felt it necessary to say, I don't care who she's fucking, right? He wants to be able to have unlimited access to her. And that is why narcissists have babies with women who are out of their league. So they have unlimited access to that woman. It was already enough that he made her a baby mama, took her off of the fucking pyramid she was on, dragged her down. You are not entitled to that woman anymore. That woman is not your woman anymore. She is the mother of your child, yes, but she's her own woman. She's not in a relationship with you. You guys are co-parenting. Okay, that's a single woman right there. She does not owe you the ability to just infringe on her fucking house whenever you want to. Just because you want your son, okay, big whoop. Pick up your cell phone and schedule an appointment. That's how it works. Grow up. Oh, I don't see my baby for more than 3 days. Okay, like, welcome to co-parenting. Welcome. Like, oh wow, you figured out what co-parenting is. Nice. I'm so sorry. He was the main one pretending to want to protect her from social media. And hey, she's going through postpartum. You don't know how hard that shit is. And now that shit isn't going his way, he's smearing her online. What happened to... we don't know how hard postpartum is, and she's going through postpartum. Be easy on her. No, now that you're in control of the smear campaign, you don't care. You don't care about her postpartum. You don't care that she's laying in bed sick with your sick baby. Now that it's out of your control, and now that there's probably a man, what was there, like a car in her driveway too that you didn't recognize? That's probably what it is. That's probably what it... Let's be so for real. That's probably what it is. You thought that you would get her pregnant, have a baby with her, and maybe keep dating her, maybe not. But you thought you would always have access to her in that way. She posted that song, I Deserve a Love That Doesn't Hurt, and kicked your ass to the curb, and now it's a problem. And now what I'm assuming what happened is she doesn't give him access to her body anymore, or she's switching up, like she doesn't give him access to her time because she doesn't have to, right? So you're his father, but you're nothing to me anymore. And like, we don't have to have a relationship for you to have a relationship with your son. So that, my guess would be that she removed herself. She removed herself, and like she stopped like allowing him access to her time, to her body, and he doesn't like this change. And so now that he's lost control, he's trying to take control in a different way. Now I'm gonna fuck up your image. Now I'm gonna embarrass you, postpartum or not. It's all in his hands now. So men who are even a drop of intelligent, I would not be so ready to get on a horse and ride for this motherfucker. He knows what he's doing, and he knows that there are men who will get on a fucking horse and ride at dawn for him. He knows that. That's what he wanted. You're playing right into his hand. You're just bullying a new mother for no reason. for a narcissist.